Welcome back to the latest episode in our journey to Vegas to Reno. This week, you're going to see us address all of the expired components on the race car, and there are several. We'll follow along as my son races his 170 side-by-side against a fellow Ultra 4 driver and his daughter. We've had some parts show up, so we have a little unboxing at the end. Here we go. Ugh. Everything on this car is expired. Window nets, expired. Seat belts, expired. Going to take them all off, ship it to Mastercraft Safety. They're going to build us new nets, going to recertify these. 4 weeks later, we'll be ready to go. Why is it always the last strap? The last one is stuck. So now I have to take the whole seat out. Going to do a little side-by-side racing today. My son's 170. I'm supposed to be like his coach, but more just like a sideline cheer dad. Our race day communication, I've got my 5-watt rugged radio. We hooked another one to Brody's roll cage. I don't know how much he listens, but I do know that I yell. We've got Brody in the 19 and Hurricane Raleigh in the 725. These two have gone back and forth.
The kids modified qualifier leaves first position, Brody Callaway with a time of 1 minute.
You got the pole. This hill is full throttle, okay? All the way around, all the way to the front, full throttle.
He's down. Brody's down.
He's broke over there.
Yeah. Get on the radio.
Places where the whole car was getting, about 60.
Oh, man.
And then that caused the engine to lower and ta-da!
This would be the first time my new car broke down.
Same thing over here. It's not the worst thing in the world because my dad needed to rebuild my swing arm anyway.
First place for 19, Brody Callaway.
Woo, Brody! I'm here with Chris May, fellow Ultra 4 driver. We are out here where our two kids just battled it out over a 5-mile race. I have Chris here today because he has some experience out in the desert. He's been a part of some Baja 1000 teams. Just explain, if you don't mind, the difference between a point-to-point race and a lap race.
Well, logistics in a point-to-point race, the logistics of who's with you. Radios are really important in a chase race of, knowing that you have guys at the next pit stop.
How do you do logistics differently? That's another area I have zero experience in.
How many guys are you going to have? Each guy, let's say you had 3 people. Well, they need to know that from this mile to that mile, it's their area. They've got to be on their game,
Oh, interesting.
So find out your average speed and put it on a spreadsheet. Your team has an idea that, hey, if everything's going good, at 5 o'clock, he's going to beat us.
Yeah. You guys had all that out on a spreadsheet.
Oh, man, they
Yeah.
got, now, like I say, you had pit books with communication, everybody's number, everybody's cell phone number.
Yeah.
If you got things that your car, maybe you got your alternator's gone out before.
Yeah.
Have a page in there that says, hey, to change my alternator, you need, 17 millimeter wrench or
Yeah.
breaker bar. And here's the funny thing about that pit book. First time I ever went out there with Dave Cole and those guys, they had this pit book, and it was like, oh, we're going to be here at, they do every mile. So surprised at how spot on that thing was. And I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. I would have never thought about doing that.
So the chase team's got to have that.
Yep.
We need one of those in the car.
Yeah, good idea.
You talked about fuel. Do I need to have cans at every single stop, or do you put it on the chase truck?
Depending on your chase truck, what we've done is say we had Baja 1000, let's say we had 6 chase trucks. 1, 2, and 3, they all have their own fuel, all their own tires. Now 1 eventually might give it to 4 or 5 or 6. I think Vegas to Reno, everybody's getting to the finish line.
Well, that's the plan.
Yeah, that's the plan. But you're gonna have to figure out your car, your gas mileage.
Summarize some of the key points that you were talking about.
Well, one thing is the heat, staying hydrated, logistics, know the race course, know every pits, know your chase, and then communications I think is key.
You've armed me with more information, and now I'm even more nervous than before we start. Man,
Yeah,
I can't
awesome.
thank you
I'll
enough,
be
Chris.
pulling for you. I'll be watching.
Wait a minute. What is this?
And that's the doorbell. Bang! Package. Oh, you're right here. Dude. Oh, God. Oh, man. What do you think? Box opening party? The Rugged Radio's Mac Air dual helmet pumper. The Mac Air VSC variable speed controller. Essentially, this lets us control the amount of airflow coming into our helmets. Oh man. The Rugged magnetic air hose connectors. Even got some co-driver love. All new replacement wires. If you heard Chris May talking about his Baja 1000 experience, you know he emphasized communication over and over and over again. Oh. The Rugged M1 50-watt race radio. Well, this is probably the best part. The swag. Flat bill hats. It's a pink Rugged shirt. I'm actually not quite sure who that one's for.
Yes.
I put on the wrong shirt. Thank you guys so much for following along. We're having a ton of fun shooting these vlogs. Stay tuned, because in our next episode we deliver the race car to CT Raceworks, and you'll see all the behind the scenes on the prep strategy, timing, and what it's going to take to get the car done, and the cost. Stick with us.